Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Friday, February 21st, 2025. So, did you do the crossword?
I did do the crossword.
And were you successful in that endeavor?
I was.
Excellent.
I was kind of surprised.
But why is that?
Well, it was hard, and I finished it this morning.
Okay.
I just thought, no, can't do it tonight. Last night, finished it this morning. It wasn't too tough this morning. It seemed a lot easier.
Yep, it's a different crossword in the morning. They change it overnight. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah.
Yep, they send in the easy Friday crossword.
But I really enjoyed this puzzle. And I've come to the realization that I do enjoy a clue that is a statement, and then you have to think of another statement that means the same thing. I just thought, I didn't think I used to like those kinds of clues, but the more I do Friday and Saturday puzzles, the more they kind of have grown on me, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of an interesting challenge.
Can you give me an example?
Let's see, 52 across.
Okay.
Help me get the answer. I need a hint.
Yes.
So,
but not one like made an impression, aped, because that was just a single
just
word.
One word. But
okay.
No, I think I kind of enjoy the phrases. 17 across. A few hours doing whatever. Time to kill.
Yes, I thought that was interesting.
So.
The one right after it, Sue at Chicago's Field Museum, e.g. T-Rex.
Yep.
I also enjoyed that one. Have you seen Sue?
I have seen Sue, yes. I went on a Girl Scout trip with our daughter, and we got to see Sue and a lot of other fun stuff. That's a great museum. It's just a great museum. So.
How'd you do with 21 across? Jewelry designer Picasso, Paloma.
I knew that.
I immediately... Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's Pablo Picasso's daughter.
See, I just went with Pablo because I thought perhaps he sort of moonlighted as a jewelry designer.
No, he never did jewelry.
Okay.
No, but his daughter's Paloma, yeah.
We had 11 across, which I thought was mysterious. Sea of blank, body of water at one end of the Kerch Strait. Azov. So
yes.
I don't know where the Kerch Strait is, therefore it's unlikely that I'm going to be able to find the Sea of Azov. Do you happen to know where that is?
No.
Okay.
But, it sounds sort of Russian, maybe? I don't know.
Well, it's definitely, I'm looking up Azov and I'm seeing lots of things. Arm of the Black Sea.
Yeah.
Sea northeast
Russia.
of the Crimea. Okay.
Yeah.
That might be why I don't know about it. I generally don't keep track of Russian bodies of water.
Yeah. That Z in Azov was the first letter in 12 down, which I enjoyed. Rhyming trajectory for success. Zero to hero.
Yes.
That was great.
I started off as hero to hire.
Oh.
Because there was there was a Marvel show called it was Luke Cage, and it was Hero for Hire.
Oh.
And I thought, well, Hero to Hire sort of looks good.
Well, that doesn't rhyme.
No, not only that, it wasn't really success. It was an advertisement. So eventually Hero to Hire became Zero to Hero.
Right.
It took a while.
Zero to hero.
Because I was having a terrible time with 33 across, suggest. And I had M-I-A-N. And I was trying to figure out how mian would mean suggest. And then I was thinking about mean, M-I-E-N, but 13 down, 13 down, the sort who might go for all the bells and whistles was one-man band.
Right.
I could not change that to one-man bend.
No.
That just was not going to work. So so eventually I realized, suggest is to mean something.
Right.
And then I had hero, and then I realized it's zero to hero.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember where I've heard that phrase.
It was a song in a Disney movie called Hercules.
Oh, right.
Zero to hero, dun, dun, zero to hero.
Wow, it's just like I'm there in the movie. That's fantastic.
No. But that was a great song.
Yes.
I like that song, yeah.
Let's see. 14 across, annoyances was vexations.
Yep. No, that's 14 down.
14 down, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you get 15 across right away? Classic milk accompaniment?
No.
Oreo cookie. I got that right away. I'm like, it has to be Oreo cookie.
See, what came to mind was milk and I went cookies.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get cookies to work.
Oh.
And then, I eventually got Oreo into there. One down, Amazon nuisances was bots.
Right.
I was trying to decide maybe it should be asps, even though I realized that those are typically found in Egypt and not necessarily in South America.
I put boas.
Oh, that's
like
good.
Boa constrictors.
Oh, yeah.
Those in the Amazon?
I don't recall. I mean, when I think Amazon, I think buying things. So I really am not the person to ask about the other Amazon.
I was thinking the Amazon rainforest and the Amazon River, and I was thinking more jungle.
3 down was Pixar character described as nothing less than the finest chef in France, Remy.
That's right.
Boy, I had trouble with that.
Oh.
I had Ratatouille.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's the name of the movie.
Right. And that wouldn't fit. It was only 4 letters.
It was only 4 letters. But then I think I might have gotten 19 across, for instance, was say. And then I had it ending in Y, and somehow I was able to find Remy out of long-term storage.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
It's 27 across, elbows for a chef, macaroni.
Yep.
Thought that was cute.
Mm-hmm.
And 27 down, chop chop, was mince. I thought it was going to be something like ASAP. Or actually, I originally put down hurry.
Oh,
But that didn't get me anywhere.
No, it was mince. I thought 39 down was very interesting. I don't even know if I can say it. What pogonophobia is the fear of. Beards.
Yes.
Where do they get pogono to mean beards? Pogono.
I don't know.
Is that Latin for beard?
Allow me to stroke my pogono and think about it. I have no idea. I wonder what the fear of not remembering the word pogonophobia is. There's got to be a word for that.
Probably.
I'm afraid that I won't be able to remember it after this conversation. 48 across, where stars are born. I was thinking it's going to be Hollywood or Bollywood, but it was outer space.
Right.
At one point, I was sort of looking for nebula in there because I thought that might, I thought there were 2 possibilities.
Sure.
Either they mean the stars like, I don't know, Lady Gaga, or the stars like the sun. Mm-hmm. And it was a bit of a conundrum for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Where I gave up last night was the lower left corner. I was having a lot of trouble with that area. Well, actually, it was kind of the upper lower left corner.
The upper lower left corner?
Sort of in the middle there.
Okay. Middle on the left.
I didn't know. 25 down, cocktail served with an umbrella, and 26 down, cocktail served with an olive. I'm like, well, I don't know. But the one with the umbrella turned out to be pina colada.
Right.
And the one with the olive was a wet martini. If I had known those, that would have helped a lot. But
well, yes, that's about like 1/4 of that area of the grid.
Right. But then eventually I got a lot of the acrosses, like 42 across. Curiously strong mint.
Altoid.
An Altoid.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And 40 across. Ancient Greek city known for its ornate columns. I knew that was Corinth. Mm-hmm. Corinthian columns.
Right.
But so I eventually got enough of those that the pina colada. Well, the colada kind of came out, and so then I figured it's got to be pina. But then the P of pina colada was with 25 across, utterly defeated as noobs, and it was PWNED. I don't even know how you say that.
I always look at it as pond, but
Pund.
Pund? I doubt that would be how you would pronounce it. That just doesn't seem quite right.
And the noobs had capital O's in the clue there.
Right.
I didn't. Is that the way you write noob?
It is one way to write it, yes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I've never been pawned or whatever by anyone, so I can't say for sure. But I knew it was something. I knew it was starting with a P, so I got pina colada right away. And then somehow the name wet martini seems redundant. It's a liquid. It's wet by definition.
I've heard of a dry martini.
Isn't that what James Bond drinks?
Yes.
Right.
But a wet martini. Yeah, that does seem redundant.
I figure a dry martini would just be the mix that you add water to get a wet martini. Perhaps not. No. Once again, my lack of knowledge of alcoholic beverages is letting me down.
Right. And then the one on the edge there going down, 28 down, did some personal grooming.
Manscaped.
Yep. What is Manscaped?
That's where you shave various parts of your body that have hair.
Oh.
I'm not sure which parts of the body. I'm afraid to ask, actually.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to know.
Well, it is personal grooming. It's not public grooming.
Oh, So, okay.
So.
Manscaped. Interesting.
Or it could, it's probably the origin was where someone who was very, very hirsute shaved all their hair off and then escaped because no one recognized them. And it was man escaped. And then it became manscaped. Because they misheard. A lot of things like that happen in prison.
Oh, perhaps. So.
I speak from no experience whatsoever.
Another one of the clues that I've learned to kind of appreciate, 32 down. Stop. Think of the consequences. And the answer was, don't do it.
Yes.
That was funny.
Yeah.
So.
That was, it felt right. It felt absolutely right. We had 35 across, word with actor or male. That took a bit, but it was voice.
That's right.
Voice actor or voicemail.
That's right.
And 32 across, right above voice, Villeneuve, who directed Dune. And I'm like, what's the name of that guy? It was Denis. Or possibly Denis. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but Denis. And then above that, so I was having problems somewhere in the grid, and I was unsure about 24 down. That was going backward in skateboarding slang, and that was fakie.
Fakie.
And that
I'd never heard that.
No, I hadn't either. But 29 across was comedian Glazer, and I had N-I, a letter I wasn't sure about because I didn't know fakie, and then K-I, and I thought, is it Nikki C-K-I, like N-I-C-K-I, or is it N-I-K-K-I? I thought it's got to be with a K.
Well, so, I put a C originally.
Did you?
Yeah. And that's when I finally changed to a K. That's when I
solved
the puzzle.
I don't know if that was my last word or not. It was close to it,
would have been a facey for the 24 down, in that skateboard move or something, that was the going backwards in skateboarding slang. Fakie.
Yeah, that sounds
much more logical than facey.
I suppose, but there is a form of Nikki spelled N-I-C-K-I.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So I don't feel too badly about imagining it.
Like Nicola.
I think I ended.
Nicole. They call her Nicole. I name Nicole sometimes call her Nikki.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I may have ended up in the top left corner. With one across, bachelorette party activity was bar hopping.
That's right.
That took a bit.
Yep.
And the aforementioned Oreo cookie and time to kill. So, but it was a good crossword.
I really enjoyed it.
It was by Colin Adams.
Nice job.
Fifth. He has done 1 Monday and 4 Fridays.
Ooh.
So he seems to have found his niche here.
I think so.
So well done.
Yep.
And that is it for the crossword, but it's Friday, which means it's time for Fun Fact Friday. And a few days ago, we saw a clue, the answer to which was church rock. And the clue was alluding to a spill of uranium in the United States. And here is just a little bit about church rock and the spill. The Church Rock uranium spill occurred on July 16th, 1979 near Church Rock, New Mexico, when a dam at United Nuclear Corporation's uranium mill tailings disposal pond failed. This accident released 94 million gallons of radioactive wastewater and 1,100 tons of solid radioactive waste into the Puerco River. It became the largest accidental release of radioactive material in U.S. history.
Wow.
Now, this is about 3.5 months after 3 Mile Island.
Oh, my.
So everybody knows about 3 Mile Island. I had never heard of Church Rock.
No,
it just
me
it just
either.
disappeared. So the contaminated water flowed through Navajo Nation lands, impacting the environment, livestock, and the health of local communities. Despite its magnitude, the disaster received little national attention compared to other nuclear incidents like 3 Mile Island. I like how they call them incidents rather than accidents, which happened the same year. Cleanup efforts were minimal, and the affected areas continue to experience environmental and health consequences.
Wow.
I was just shocked.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but it sounds like because it was on Navajo Nation lands, that, people, maybe there was some prejudice going on there, and they just didn't get the attention that they needed.
Yeah.
But it was a humanitarian disaster.
Wow.
That-
And the fact that they didn't try to clean it up, or, maybe they couldn't.
Well, they try. People complained and they said, we've got this massive problem, and nothing happened apparently.
Wow.
So, yeah, real shocker. So I wonder just how many people have heard of Church Rock before. Yeah. Listeners, if you've heard of Church Rock before and the Church Rock uranium spill, let us know. Crosswordpodcast at iCloud.com. We'll see if any of our listeners are up on this history.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is it for today.
Okay.
So thanks, everyone, for listening. Remember, you can always drop us a line. It doesn't have to be about Church Rock, but you can do so at crosswordpodcast at iCloud.com.
Yep.
And that's it for today. We'll be back again with our cutting-edge analysis of tomorrow, a.k.a. Saturday's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.